What's up everyone? Welcome back. Today I'm going to be walking you through my everyday easy summer makeup look. This is just my go-to because it's very quick, it's very easy, very simplistic, and I just think it still looks very refreshed, but it's just so easy to do. This is a look that I feel like I've gotten really down pat. It's very similar to what I've been doing. I just wanted it in one place so you can refer back to it if you want some makeup tips or looking for a little bit of makeup inspiration. So this is very great for hot, humid days. We've had like 95-degree days with a lot of humidity, and this has just been my go-to look because it's very lightweight and simple, but it just looks very romantic and perfect for an everyday look. So I hope that you like this video. Please subscribe and let's just jump right in. So to start off, I'm going to use the Refi primer. This has just been my favorite primer. I feel like once I find a primer that I enjoy using, I don't really switch it up that much just because it's working fine and I like it, and I feel like that way I can get a really good feel for how a primer is working because I've used it consecutively over a long period of time, and so far so good. I really like this just because it's kind of cooling on my face, which is extra nice during the summer. I do feel like it does help my makeup stay on better and just like go on nicer. I do feel like as I'm getting older and as I'm aging, I feel like primers have been more noticeably, or I just noticed them more because before, primer really wasn't like such a huge deal for me, but now that I'm aging, I feel like it really does create that nice base and nice layer for all of my other makeup to go on more nicely. Basically, throughout this entire year of 2025, I pretty much have not worn foundation. This has just been my go-to. This is the Natasha Denona concealer. I mixed these two shades together. Now I did apply the Love Island, oh my gosh. Loving Tan. I've been watching Love Island for the first time, by the way. I did apply the 2 Hour Express Loving Tan tanner today, and you guys, I forgot how much I like that stuff. I usually use the original developing, like full developing mousse in Ultra Dark, but I did the Ultra Dark 2 Hour, and I only left it on for 2 hours, and I'm dark. This is so nice when you're in a pinch. So I do feel like this will come off within like just a few days, but I needed it just for today because I knew I wanted to wear a light color and feel summery, but I wanted to be tan. So anyways, I have the color N3 and then I also have N1. N3 is what I'm going to use because I have on a tan right now. What I do is I just put a little bit right here under the eye, and then I'll dot a little bit here on the cheek, and that's enough for that side of my face. This is one of my favorite brushes ever. I've been using this probably since I think 2015, so like the last 10 years. It's the number 7 brush from It Cosmetics. And this has been nice just because it covers a lot of ground. It's soft, and you can use this for so many things. You can use this for cream bronzer. You can use this for cream blush, powder products too, foundation, of course, concealer. It's such a good brush. Whatever's left over, I'll just dust on the forehead. And yeah, that's the difference between this side and this side. This side has nothing. This side has the concealer. And that to me is the perfect amount of coverage that I'm looking for in the summer. I don't want to wear a lot of makeup in the summer. I want this to feel really lightweight. And this has just been my favorite little combo. When I'm feeling froggy, I will go into the Charlotte Tilbury cream bronzer. This is so beautiful. I kind of forgot that this existed. Which shade do I have? I have the color medium, which works for me when I'm more fair and when I'm more bronzed up. And then I use this angled brush from Smith Cosmetics. It's like this like wedgy angled brush. And I'll just bring this right here on the cheekbone to kind of just bronze this up nicely. And then I'll always go in with a powder bronzer as well. And this I don't do all the time. I know this is my everyday summer look that I'm sharing with you, but this I kind of cycle in and out of. It really just depends on my mood. I do find though that I wear this more when I have on a tan, which is probably why I want to grab it right now. Stipple this on, and it's really, really pretty. I'm going to play around today. I want to play with a cream blush. This is the Orgasm Cream blush from NARS. Where is the brush? For this, I love the Hollywood complexion brush from Charlotte Tilbury. It's this beautiful like flat brush, which is perfect for just stippling on just a little bit of product. Take just a dot at first because I'm not sure how pigmented this is going to be. And then you can stipple it in with the brush just to make sure that it's going exactly where you want it to go. Now that I have all the cream products on, I'm going to go in with the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. This is my favorite powder, and I'm just going to set my entire face, especially it's been So hot and humid. Been in the 90s and my makeup is just like holding on for dear life. So this really helps to ensure it stays. So I go back and forth under the eyes. Right here is like the main area. And then I'll do center of the forehead, underneath. I'm gonna do a little bit of contouring on my nose. This is the NYX 3 Steps to Sculpt palette. This is my favorite for contouring my nose. Just a little right here on the nose. Okay, time for bronzer. I think I'm going to use Radiant Bronze Light from Hourglass. A lot of times I use diffused, which, let me show you that one. Because I have on the tan, the diffused might be not as noticeable. So I'm going to go in with the Radiant, which it just goes on a lot more warm. And I love this double-ended brush from Hourglass as well. So I'm just going to use a little bit just because it is very intense. And just lightly add this onto my skin. Guys, I started watching Love Island because everyone was talking about it. First, I could not get into it because it was just... I felt like I was just watching like animals mating. Like that's basically what it was. So I've learned to fast forward through the challenges because the challenges for the most part don't really add much to the show in my opinion as far as like relationship dynamics in a way. Like some crazy shit will happen in a challenge and it'll be like, oh, well, it's a challenge, doesn't matter. So like, in my opinion, it's just like, it's whatever. I can see the appeal overall. I enjoy seeing like the connections and dynamics happen, like the conversations and things that they have. So to me, that's the most interesting part of the show. From what I'm gathering, last season was a lot better, and then the season before that. So I do think that I will start watching those just because I am intrigued by the concept, but I'll probably follow the same thing unless something happens like where something happens in the show and it's pertaining to the challenge. Like for instance, like the heart rate challenge with Huda and Ace. I had to go back and rewind because I missed it. I also recently watched the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives reunion. It was so good, not even for the drama, but just because so many people shared so many like really deep and vulnerable things and vulnerable topics that weren't even discussed on the show or were just like sprinkled in and touched in on the show. Connor specifically, like it was just very like, I was in tears watching it, and I hope that they bring more of that aspect to the show because I do love the drama that's on Secret Lives. But yeah, I do think that these like very impactful stories will add just like another layer of something to the show, you know? So I thought that was really good. Those are just 2 little things that I've watched recently that I highly recommend. Well, I don't know if I recommend Love Island. I don't know if I recommend it. And then I'm using the Film Star Bronzing Glow palette from Charlotte Tilbury. Very well loved. And I'm going to highlight with this right here on my cheekbones. Bring this on the nose. Gorgeous. And then I'll also go in with this blush, which I've shown you a million times, but I really do love this color. This is in the Soulmates palette from Charlotte Tilbury. I never use this light color here. I only ever use this. This on top of that cream blush is really going to make it pop. I've been going in with a lot more blush than normal just because I feel like blush fades a lot. And I think that a nice blushy look in the summer is really pretty, very romantic looking. I'll also kind of bring this down my neck and on my chest just so I have some rosiness here as well. This also is nice because I am more cool toned, so it kind of helps the makeup really blend together nicely. And then for my eyebrows, I've been using the number 3 Precisely My Brow Pencil from Benefit, which is one of my favorites. I switched back to this for the shade because I was going in with one from e.l.f., which I love that pencil. I just need a different shade, and I just feel like none of the shades that they have work for me. What color did I have in the e.l.f. one? Neutral brown. And I know they have a lighter one, but the lighter one is too gray, so I like need somewhere in between, and that is this from Benefit. So this works perfectly for my brow color. I think it's just the most flattering on me. Okay, they look a little crazy right now. I need to fix what's going on. Lately, I've been having a hard time with my brows. I don't know why. I'll go through periods of time where like my brows look great, they're easy, quick, whatever, and then I'll go through times like right now where I always mess them up and I have to redo them and they take so long. So I don't know. I think I just need to tint them, but I ran out of brow tint, so I need to buy some more. Okay, I just kind of softened that up a little bit. So that's what they look like filled in and a little bit softer. And then I'll go in with the number 3 Precisely My Brow Gel. Brow Wax. My brow wax from Benefit. Add this in just to make them nice and floofy. And then I haven't been priming my eyelids. However, I should be because it is so humid out. I'll just take a little bit of powder, like this is just some face powder, and I go over the lids before going in with shadow. And the shadow that I use is just the bronzer in that little duo that I used. So I'll just use a fluffy brush. Wiggle that in there. And just take this into the crease just to create a little bit of definition. And then I also bring a little bit of this underneath. When I'm really running late, I won't do this at all. But I do feel like this just kind of makes it look a little bit more finished. And it really gives like a nice contour to the eye. And now sometimes I'll do this where I'll just grab just some shadows that I have around. So for right now, it's my MAC palette. Right here, I have Mulch and Espresso. I'll mix those together on a brush. This is the 233 from Smith, just like a little pencil brush. And I like to wiggle this right at the lashes because it gives a little bit of smokiness, but this is still gonna be like a really natural everyday look. And it just gives a little something, just a little something. Now I'm just going in with my blending brush and just kind of blending that out, bringing it up. You can also bring that darker color with that small brush down on the bottom. Let me try it. Normally I don't, but I'm gonna bring just a little, because why not? I'm gonna use the highlighter that I used on my face and highlight the inner corners of my eyes and the brow bone. This is a great look for traveling too, if you want to pack light, because then all of your eyeshadows and stuff is also what you use on your face. You don't have to pack a million things. Okay, now I'm going to curl my lashes and do my mascara. The lash curler that I've been using is from Velour Lashes. And then I'm going to use the Lash Paradise mascara from L'Oreal. Ooh, I need a new bottle. This is drying up. I used to be so heavy-handed with my lower lash mascara, but now I just lightly touch it so you can see them and they're defined, but they're just accenting the rest of the look. I don't want a ton of attention down there, and I feel like it is really like brightening. Ooh, why is that so bright? I feel like it's really brightening and natural on my face. I just think it's a little bit more flattering for just the look that I'm going for these days. Very nice, very nice. Okay, mascara's on, and now lastly, this is gonna be a little controversial. I take one lip liner, and that's all I use. I don't use any lipstick, I don't use anything. I've just been using lip liner, and I just really like it. It's one step, it's one lip product, which is huge for me, although sometimes I have been going in with a second one. But I just think that it looks really good on my lips and it lasts a long time, and I don't mind that it's more drying because I just feel like it lasts longer. So anyway, this is Nude Beige from NYX, and this is pretty much all that I've been wearing. If I do go in with something a little bit darker, I've been doing, where is it? I've been doing Deep Taupe from Anastasia, but I've primarily been using the Nude Beige from NYX. So I do the edges. Turn it on its side and fill it in. Last but not least, I'm just gonna go into the Charlotte Tilbury face powder just to touch up any dewiness on my skin. This is in shade number 1. So I'm gonna bring this right here in the center of the forehead, the chin, under my eyes, just to really set that in place and make sure that I'm not too dewy. But that completes this look. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I just wanted to do like an old school makeup tutorial, not necessarily like a chatty get ready with me. I feel like lately, anytime that I do like a sit down makeup video, it is a get ready with me chatting about other things. And I've had a couple of requests recently for just like a dedicated actual tutorial where I show you like We're just like makeup focused. So I hope that you liked this. I know the makeup is very simple, but that's the point. This is just like what I've been living in recently because it's quick, it's easy, it's simplistic, and I just think it just makes me look really refreshed. I think that it's just like the perfect everyday look that I've been wearing recently. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Check me out on TikTok. I've been posting over there and I've actually been enjoying myself and having a good time. I posted a video where I secretly learned how to play the harmonica and I surprised Ruben with it. And that video really took off, which is really exciting. And I've been having a really fun time teaching myself how to play the harmonica. So that's been something random that I've been doing and just a new hobby that I picked up and I've really been enjoying it. So if you want to watch that journey, I've been posting it over on TikTok and just sharing a couple of like the songs and stuff that I love. I tried sharing that video here on YouTube, but guess what they did? They banned it. So I've got a bone to pick with YouTube these days because they just want to ban everything and it's just so frustrating. So anyway, let me know what you want to see next. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and I will see you soon.